can't believe it. Do low-class people just pick up things like that?
What? No. I just thought someone might have lost it. You'll catch a cold.
Huh? Who are you?
Sorry. This thing is practically falling apart. I'm sure you don't want it. Take care of things. Many people have been told this or have said it to others. Everyone has something important to them, something they strive to protect. Yet in this world, the things I cherished were always despised by others.
Kensuke, tomorrow's a day off. Take me somewhere.
My name is Kensuke Kitami, a 23-year-old system engineer with a technical degree. And this is Kunugi Shinomichi, the daughter of my company's CEO and also my girlfriend. Sorry, I have something to do tomorrow.
Again? You've been turning me down a lot lately.
My aunt isn't feeling well. I'm sorry. As I nodded along to her complaints, I kept walking. Then, This is an old watch. Someone must have dropped it. A lonely-looking, worn-out pocket watch lay abandoned on the roadside. I felt strangely drawn to it and picked it up.
Kensuke, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, this? It caught my eye. It's old, but it looks expensive.
Wait. Are you serious?
Did I say something weird? She looked utterly disgusted.
I can't believe it. Do low-class people just pick up things like that?
What? No. I just thought someone might have lost it.
That broken watch? If someone dropped it, they obviously don't want it anymore.
You don't know that. It might be something very precious to them.
Unbelievable. You're probably thinking about pawning it off or something, aren't you? You're good at your job, and you're decent looking, so I liked you, but this is too much.
Goodbye. With those parting words, she left me. They don't need it anymore, huh? I haven't heard that in a while. I didn't feel like chasing after her. I've never been the type to cling to people, and I didn't feel any attachment to her either. You might have been something precious to someone too. I absent-mindedly brushed off the dust with my fingers, whispering to the unknown owner of the pocket watch. The scars on my worn-out heart ached.
Last night this guy's creepy old watch started making noise again. I can't take it anymore, it's so weird.
I'm sorry, but it's important to me. It was a memory from long ago. A time when I was being passed around between relatives as a child. I had no parents. When I was 6, they died in an accident. The adults treated me like something fragile, desperately searching for a convenient excuse to get rid of me. They don't understand. This watch, it's all I have left. Even as a child, I had resigned myself to being passed around. No matter where I went, it was always the same. My parents were gone. Then, one day, the Furuki couple, distant relatives, came into my life.
Kensuke, bring everything important to you. Come live with us.
Unlike the others, their eyes held kindness.
Hey, did you hear? Katami picked something up off the street during his date yesterday and took it to a pawn shop. I never imagined him doing something like that, but now that I think about it, he does own a lot of old things.
The next week at work, rumors had spread. I got to witness firsthand the power of being the CEO's daughter. I never even went to a pawn shop, but whatever. People leave eventually. No matter how much you treasure them, it doesn't matter.
He said I'm an old woman nobody wants, but he picks up old junk and keeps it for himself.
That's awful. Just because he's good at his job doesn't mean he can treat women like that.
Her lies grew more elaborate, and my place in the company was gradually being raised. I never said any of that. She must have realized she couldn't back down now. To keep from being exposed, she piled lie upon lie, systematically concerning me. I decided I wasn't going to waste any more time on her or the people entertained by her lies. Thank you for everything.
Wait, are you really quitting? Don't you feel bad leaving your colleagues behind?
The office stared at my sudden decision. It wouldn't be easy to find someone to replace me. Some people, conveniently ignoring how they spread rumors for fun, tried to stop me, but my decision was final. Kanugi, the root of it all, had finally gone pale, but that was her problem, not mine.
For now, take your time and focus on taking care of yourself.
And so, I left my job. I didn't have my next move planned. When I told the Furuki couple, the ones who raised me, they just smiled.
That's right, Kensuke. If you ever need anything, just come home. This is your house too.
Thank you, Uncle Aunt. I'm going for a walk. It's been a long time since I came here. This was the small park in the town I moved to when the Furuki couple took me in. I used to hide inside that playground equipment. Then Uncle and Aunt would always come and find me. Some of the familiar structures were gone, probably removed due to aging. Old things eventually disappear. That's just how the world works. Then why? Why does it hurt so much? A crying voice echoed in sync with my own pain, drawing my gaze upward. Huh? That woman? Why is she crying here? Normally I wouldn't have paid any attention, but for some reason, I couldn't ignore her. As if drawn to her, I stepped forward, the sound of my feet shifting the sand beneath me until I stood before her. You'll catch a cold.
Huh? Who are you?
Just a passerby. Here, wipe your tears. I held out a handkerchief and immediately realized my mistake. The one I offered was old, worn from years of use. Sorry. This thing is practically falling apart. I'm sure you don't want it.
Thank you. I'll borrow it.
Eh? Sure, here. Without hesitation, she took the handkerchief from me and blew her nose forcefully, along with her tears.
Huh? Why are you laughing?
No. I just didn't expect you not to mind the old handkerchief. A laugh welled up, along with a slight hint of tears. Her reaction made me happy.
I don't mind at all. Why would I?
Well, it's pretty worn out, isn't it? I've been using it for over 20 years now. Most women would probably think it's dirty and not want to use it.
20 years? That's vintage.
Huh?
Aww, that's so romantic. For 20 years, this handkerchief has wiped away so many things, hasn't it? Oh no, and now my tears and snot have been added to its 20-year history. I might pass out from this excitement.
She's a peculiar one.
And look, you repaired it. It's been truly cherished.
Oh,
Actually, I just attended the demolition of my childhood home today. It had been abandoned for years and the deterioration was severe. It made me really sad. That's why I was crying here alone. It's kind of silly, isn't it?
I understand. I thought I understood her loneliness, the emptiness she couldn't put into words. We talked for a while, and before parting, we promised to meet again soon.
Come in. Please step inside.
This place is... The woman I had met, now properly introduced as Tsukihime Hewa. She brought me to this workshop. She was 25 years old and had recently started her own business. She worked here as an antique restoration specialist. A new face. What kind of craftsman are you, mister? I wouldn't say I'm a craftsman exactly. Oh, really? I'm Tamaki Ryoichi. Call me Lychee.
He paints and restores artwork. He's a craftsman like me, but in a slightly different way.
It seemed this place was a gathering spot for various artisans. They restored and sold antiques, operating as a collective of independent professionals. I'm not sure if I'll be any use here. That day, my small act of lending a handkerchief led Tsukihime to invite me to join this company.
What are you saying? There's no one better suited to work here than you.
Huh?
You love old things. No matter the reason, that's what matters to me.
I just couldn't bring myself to throw away the things from when my parents were alive.
That's wonderful. They're precious keepsakes. They protected your heart, didn't they? People always talk about impermanence and letting go of attachments. But honestly, I think it's sad when beautiful things disappear completely. In an age where minimalism is all the rage, shouldn't there be at least one place that values preservation? Don't you think so?
Looking at her smile, the pain in my heart, which had long been festering, suddenly felt a little lighter. Yeah, I do. Tsukihime, please let me work here.
Huh? Of course! I'm looking forward to it.
And so, I joined the workshop as Tsukihime's apprentice and learned restoration techniques. But I also wanted to be useful right away, so I leveraged my skills to develop a management system. I built an internal system to handle everything, from acquiring antiques to tracking repairs and sales.
Whoa! This makes everything so much easier. Kensuke, you're amazing!
Yeah, we're all artisans and restorers here, so we were really lacking in organization. You are seriously cool, Kensuke. I'm glad I could help. The work was fulfilling. Having spent years preserving my parents' keepsakes, I found that experience coming in handy.
Looks like you're having fun, Kensuke.
Tsukihime was incredibly skilled. After finishing a specialized school, she had trained under a master craftsman. Maybe someday I can fix the old pocket watch I found. In the end, I couldn't bring myself to throw it away. I had tried taking it to a police station, but they wouldn't accept it as a lost property since it was clearly broken and had no value. So I took it home with me. No value. Huh. I wouldn't let them say that forever. Someday, my attachment to the past might be my downfall. But for now, I want to embrace that part of myself.
Another system error? What's going on?
6 months had passed since I left my previous job. The office I once worked in was now filled with tension.
We don't know. Katami always handle these kinds of issues.
You call yourself engineers? If that guy could do it, why can't you? Ugh! What am I supposed to tell my father now? This is all your fault!
Kanugi only cares about how she'll explain things to her father, not about fixing the actual problem.
She really has some nerve, acting like this after everything she did to drive him out. Yeah, but we were just as guilty for spreading rumors. Yeah, Katami always helped us, but we turned on him. We were awful.
The other engineers who had pushed me out regretted it. But that had nothing to do with me anymore. I held no lingering attachments.
Ugh! This is so infuriating. Why do I have to deal with this crap? It's all his fault for quitting. I'm going crazy! Damn you, Kensuke Katami!
Unlike my former colleagues, she bore no guilt, only resentment toward me.
Hello. You must be Kanugi Shinomichi.
Huh?
Unaware of the chaos of my old workplace, I was out drinking with Tsukihime and Tamaki.
The police contacted me. Apparently a nearby recycling shop had been receiving a lot of stolen goods lately.
We need to be extra careful with our sourcing. Our business deals with what's legally classified as secondhand goods. Anything previously owned, repaired, or even unused but sold for future use falls under that category. To operate, we needed a secondhand dealer license. If we ever unknowingly buy stolen goods, we could face legal consequences. I had no idea I used to be an administrative scrivener, Lychee.
Right? People always find it surprising. I actually handled all the licensing paperwork for our boss when she started this company.
You really helped me back then.
After helping Tsukihime with her business paperwork, Tamaki decided he wanted to be a craftsman himself. Everyone has their own past, huh? Maybe it was the alcohol, but I found myself feeling a bit sentimental, just as we were about to head to a second bar.
I found you! Kensuke, I've been looking everywhere for you.
The person rushing toward me as if about to bounce was Shinomiji Kunugi, the last person I ever expected to see again. What do you want, Shinomiji?
What do you mean, what do you want? Everything's a mess because of you. Fix it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. If you don't explain, there's nothing I can do.
Don't play dumb. The other day, that foster parent of yours, some guy named Furuki, came to my company.
Huh? Furuki? A man? Does she mean Masato?
And apparently he's some big shot client of ours. Why did you say anything? You told me you didn't have parents, that they died when you were little. Why would someone who doesn't even consider you their child throw away a business deal for you?
That's right. The man who raised me, Furuki Masato, is an executive at the company that used my former system. He threw away the deal? I had no idea. Besides, Uncle isn't the type to make business decisions based on personal feelings.
Lies! He told me himself.
You've done quite a number on Kensuke, haven't you? That boy was shuffled from house to house before he finally came to us. Kensuke is our one and only son. Do you understand that?
That has nothing to do with me. Wait, but he said he didn't have parents.
That's true. We wish to be his parents, but we could never truly replace his real ones. His wounds run deep, and that is our failing. But even for parents who aren't perfect, there are still things we can do.
He always wore a gentle smile. Even I had never seen him angry before.
I will never forgive you for hurting my son. Be ready for the consequences.
Furuki Masato and his wife had saved me from being passed around like an unwanted burden. Their love was real. But I was always afraid. Afraid that if I depended on someone, I'd eventually lose them. Uncle must have realized this and chose to watch over me gently, never pressuring me. Hearing her story, I fell silent. Losing patience, she grabbed me.
Are you even listening? I said fix this. Tell him to continue the deal. You can do that, right? If you don't, my father will. He'll scold me.
Hey, let go! You're gonna rip my jacket.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! It's just some old rag anyway.
The sound of something breaking. I hated that sound. It rang in my ears, telling me exactly what had happened.
Huh? Wait, I didn't think it would actually tear. I mean, was it really that old? Honestly, a grown man wearing a tattered jacket all the time is way weirder. You're still just as pathetic and filthy as ever.
Enough.
What?
Pathetic and filthy? You wouldn't understand, but this jacket is something Uncle gave me when I got my first job. It's important to me. Whenever it got worn down, I repaired it, making sure it never fell apart. Everything wears down with time. Everything grows old. But in return, they carry memories, people's emotions, and thoughts. And I
I despise people who mock things without knowing their meaning.
The emotions I had suppressed, festering like sludge inside me, erupted in a shout. It felt like my throat was ripping apart, but I didn't care. Your company's engineers contacted me the other day. They said they were sorry.
Huh?
I didn't care in the slightest, but they also told me that constant system errors had lowered the company's standards. Uncle probably saw that too. He's not the kind of man to let bad business slide.
Tsukihime, Laichi, I'm heading home. I need to see Uncle and Aunt. Alright, leave this to us. You have something you need to say, don't you?
Yeah, thank you.
Wait, Kensuke, if you're going to see them, then
It's about time you learn to read the room.
What? This has nothing to do with you two. It does. Kensuke is our valued employee now. My apprentice, too. Apprentice? What the hell did he even learn from someone like you? Nothing you could ever understand. Someone who destroys things and refuses to apologize has nothing to learn here.
Later, I found out that the two of them had put Kanugi in her place on my behalf.
Dear, you'll catch a cold if you stay out here too long.
At that time, the Furukis were enjoying a peaceful evening under the moonlight.
Saiko, I'm sorry I was never able to give you a child.
Furuki and Masato had a condition that prevented them from having children. After overcoming their hardship, they chose to take me in.
What are you talking about? We have Kensuke, don't we?
Yeah, you're right. We do. If only I could have been his real...
I'm home!
Kensuke, what are you doing here at this hour?
I need to tell you something. Running at full speed for the first time in years, I was out of breath. Tears welled up inside me, making it hard to form words. I always thought it was just how things were. Ever since I was a kid, I believed I was alone. So I clung to my parents and mementos. Because if I lost even those, then I would truly be alone in this world. Even when you and Aunt gave me a place to belong, I was scared. Scared that one day I'd lose you too. I was too afraid of losing something important, so I pretended not to see it. But the truth is, I couldn't say the rest. It felt selfish. Like it was too little, too late.
I worried I had waited too long, but...
Kensuke, tell me, have we been your parents? Your family?
Thank you for raising me. For giving me a home. Dad, Mom.
Kensuke, you...
I'm so glad. Welcome home, Kensuke.
Now a little about what happened afterward. Kanugi caused the loss of a major client, which was the final straw for her father, the company president. On top of that, the president had once valued me as an exceptional employee. When he found out that his own daughter was the reason I left, he exploded with rage.
Papa, I'm so sorry.
After being disowned, she also lost her job and resorted to reselling goods to survive. Ma'am, these items are stolen property. We cannot buy them.
Huh? No way. Please do something.
She ended up in trouble when she unknowingly stocked stolen goods, only to be rejected when she tried to sell them. If someone unknowingly buys stolen goods, they may be protected as an innocent third party. But in this case, the store reported it to the police. All the stock she had purchased was confiscated, and since she had been reselling without a proper antique dealer's license, she was held legally accountable. As for me, it's working! I attempted to repair the pocket watch I picked up that day, and I succeeded. Being able to restore it with my own hands filled me with so much joy that I couldn't help but shout.
It really is. That's amazing, Kensuke. I knew you had a knack for this.
Excited Tsukihime, or rather Hawa, hugs me tightly from behind. Since then, we started dating and became a couple.
Well done, Kensuke. The time that had stopped has finally started moving again.
I did it! Now, no one can say it has no value. The ticking sound of time and resuming felt strangely exciting. Probably because I had finally moved forward from my past. I had once clung to relics of my parents' time, trapped in the past. But now, I could finally face the future. Even if objects imbued with memories disappear, it's okay. Because I've realized I can carry all of them within my heart.
It's kind of embarrassing to admit, but my little sister stole my fiancé.
Hello there, Mr. and Mrs. Saikawa.
Well, why are you here?
Smells amazing as always. My name is Daichi Tsukara. I'm 28, work a regular office job, and I've always loved vegetables. My hobby is checking out different bento shops and restaurants that use delicious veggies. Lately though, I've been completely hooked on one particular shop, and I had already decided that today's lunch would be from there. Hi there, I came by again. The bento shop I'm obsessed with right now is Scatto Bento. At first, I was drawn in by how much love and care you could feel in the food.
Welcome. Thanks so much for always stopping by.
But now, it's also because I get to see her, the lovely shop owner, Chisato Aikawa, whose smile I look forward to every time.
What would you like today? The grilled veggie bento or the veggie-loaded Chinese bowl are both ready to go.
Then, I'll have one grilled veggie bento, please.
Thank you as always, Tsukahara.
We've been on a first-name basis for a while now, but every time she says my name, my heart skips a beat. The truth is, I've got a crush on Aikawa, who's a year older than me. But I've never made a move, and that's because... I really should give up on this crush already. A glint of light from the ring on her left ring finger. Yeah, she's already engaged to another man.
Thanks for waiting. One grilled veggie bento.
Thank you. I'll come again soon. Then one day, I stopped by Scatto Bento later than usual, during my delayed lunch break. They normally pause business between lunch and dinner, so I barely made it in time. What a relief.
Welcome.
Chisato gave me a weak smile. She used to greet me so cheerfully, but for the past few weeks, she's seemed down. Hi, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
I couldn't just ignore it, so I'd asked a few times, but she always politely changed the subject. But then, I glanced at her left hand, and noticed her ring was gone. Maybe she noticed me looking, because she glanced at her hand and gave me a strained smile.
It's kind of embarrassing to admit, but my little sister stole my fiancé.
What?
It's pathetic, isn't it? I didn't know anything until it was too late.
If you would like, I'd be happy to listen. I mean, if it's not a bother while you're working.
Are you sure you wouldn't mind?
Of course I don't mind. The first time I ate one of your bentos, I felt something I couldn't explain. It would be an exaggeration to say I could talk to the veggies, but I could feel their energy. It really moved me.
That's a little much.
It's not. All I know is, I'm genuinely worried about you.
If you really feel that way, then yes. Thank you.
Soon after the lunch hours ended, we moved to a nearby park.
You remember I mentioned my ex-fiancé before, right?
Yeah, I think you said he worked at a big company. Her ex-fiancé, Ryuta Ichinose, lived nearby and used to be a customer at Scatto Bento.
He was kind of easily influenced, but I thought he was a kind, decent guy. He told me he'd never betray me. So I thought I could be happy with him. But I guess my sister didn't like that idea.
She told me that she was always the lesser one at home. Her parents only doted on her cheerful and outgoing younger sister, Momoka.
My parents always prioritized Momoka. Whenever I asked to learn piano, they'd say it was too expensive and immediately shoot me down. But a few years later, when my sister asked, they agreed without hesitation. It wasn't just piano. I lost count of the times I was told, "You're the big sister," and forced to put up with things.
Chisato had distanced herself from that family and started Scato Bento. But when she got engaged to Ichinose, she went to inform her family. After that, Yuta gradually became hard to reach.
My parents run a restaurant called Haribote Restaurant, and Momoka works there as a chef. Since it would be his in-laws' place, Ryuta started going there regularly. And then apparently my sister told him she'd fallen for him at first sight and started coming on to him.
Then one day, they called Chisato to the family restaurant, and Yuta told her he was breaking off the engagement to marry Momoka. Sorry, Chisato, let's break up. I don't think I would ever find another girl like Momoka who's this cute and totally into me. I know I said I would never betray you, and I'm sorry it turned out like this. Of course, I'll pay compensation.
No way! Don't be too hard on Yuta, sis. It's not his fault. Sorry. I guess it's my fault for being more attractive than you.
Pretending to look sorry, Momoka leaned in close and whispered,
An elite, handsome fiance like that doesn't suit you, so I took him instead.
That's what she said. That's awful. Didn't your parents say anything to her?
No. Like I said, they've always loved her more. They fully support their wedding.
That's so selfish. I can't believe it. I've been to Haribote restaurant once before, but I never imagined the people running it would be your family, or that they'll be like this.
I can't really blame them. My sister's cute, outgoing, and charming.
That's not true. I know just how amazing you are, Aikawa.
You think I'm amazing?
As I mentioned earlier, I could feel the love you have for vegetables in every one of your bentos. Even just from the way you greet people, your kindness really shines through. So please, don't take the words of people who don't understand that to heart.
You really think so? It's strange, but when you say it, I start to believe it might actually be true. Thank you, Sukahara. I think I might be able to face my sister's wedding with a bit more composure now. They said it'd reflect really badly if I didn't attend.
Wait, you're planning to go? Isn't that just your sister trying to rub it in your face?
I think so too, but I'd rather not have my relatives spreading rumors behind my back if I don't show up. Well, they haven't even decided on the date or venue yet.
Seeing Chisato give a tired laugh, I shared an idea that came to mind. If you'd like, I could go with you. As your boyfriend, I mean.
It'd be reassuring to have someone who knows the situation there. That's true. But still, I couldn't trouble you that much.
No, it's really okay. Actually, a few months later, Chisato and I attended the wedding of Ryuta Ichinose and Momoka.
Good morning. Let's do our best today.
She's adorable. Chisato appeared in a beautiful dress, and I couldn't help but stare.
Are you alright, Sukahara? Your face looks a little red.
It's nothing. I'm fine. Let's make today a good one. Afterward, the ceremony went off without a hitch, and we moved to the reception venue. Quite the extravagant wedding.
Momoka begged for it, and my parents paid for the whole thing. They really spoil her.
Just as we shared a wry smile over that.
So that's your new guy, huh, sis? Seriously? Momoka.
It was time for the table rounds, and the Ichinose couple had somehow made their way over to us.
Only a few months after breaking off your engagement, and here you are with a new man. Wow, sis. You really are that kind of woman. No wonder Ryuta dumped you. Not that it's surprising. I mean, I am the cuter one.
Momoka, I thought you made up with Chisato, which is why you invited her. Picking a fight isn't helping. Besides, some of my coworkers are here too. Please don't cause a scene that'll damage my image.
Oh, come on. This kind of thing is normal in our family. And hey, if it gets you kicked out of your job, you can always work at our restaurant.
Momoka brushed off Ryuta's words, then turned her gaze to me.
So, what do you do, mister? My husband's an elite company man, you know?
Yeah, I've heard all about it. I'm just a regular office worker, though I do work at a much smaller company than Ichinose's.
Knew it. That totally checks out. I'd be so worried about a future with a guy like this. Hey, Momoka, that's super rude.
The table started to grow tense, and that's when Chisato's parents rushed over in a panic. Hey, Chisato! What are you doing causing a scene at Momoka's wedding? Wait, huh? Hello there, Mr. and Mrs. Saikawa.
Well, why are you here?
Huh? Mom, Dad, you know this plain guy? What's going on?
Momoka, that's no way to speak. Please forgive her. We're terribly sorry.
Do you know who this is? He's the grandson of Love Koi Farm.
What? Love Koi Farm?
That's right. My grandmother runs a large farm, and the vegetables grown there have become a high-end brand. Just saying a shop uses produce from Love Koi Farm is enough to boost its popularity. And Haribote Restaurant is one of her clients. Thank you for coming to the PR event for Love Koi Farm the other day, Aikawa. Well, I'm just an office worker who sometimes gets roped into helping at events, so don't worry about that. My older brother is one who'll take over the farm. But when it comes to someone I care about, like Chisato, being treated unfairly, that's a different story. Unfairly? No, that's not...
That's right. We love both our daughters equally.
I've heard a fair bit about the situation from Chisato, and I remember what your younger daughter just said to her earlier too. Despite all that, the first thing you said was to scold Chisato and defend Momoka. I think it's pretty easy to figure out what kind of family dynamic you've had up until now. That's... Apparently losing hope in her parents, Momoka glared sharply at me.
Of course I'm the one who gets all the love. Sis has never been the sweet type. But so what? You're not seriously gonna cancel our business deal over this, are you?
Well, I'm not in charge of the business side, so I can't make any promises. But just being associated with a client that stole a fiancé is enough to damage the Love Koi Farm brand, don't you think? So it's entirely possible this incident alone could cost you the contract renewal. And since it seems there are other issues as well, it might even end earlier than expected. Other issues? We haven't done anything. Actually, I ate at Haribote Restaurant once before. Thanks to your use of Love Koi Farm produce, the food was fairly decent. But I've been eating our vegetables since I was a kid. I can tell. Your restaurant isn't bringing out the true flavor of the vegetables. At first, I thought it might just be a skill issue from the kitchen, but recently, Chisato told me something shocking. Yes, it was that same day Chisato told me everything. After I told her I was the grandson of the farm's owner, she shared this with me.
Actually, my parents don't treat ingredients with care at all. Their attitude towards cooking is really poor. I've warned them again and again, but they always say, as long as we use Love Koi Farm veggies, customers will come, and refuse to change their mindset. That's one of the big reasons I left home and opened my own bento shop.
Regarding produce from Love Koi Farm, our contracts stipulate that while suppliers are allowed to publicly disclose their sourcing, they are also obligated to uphold the brand's image. And yet, if vegetables are being handled carelessly, that becomes a matter of trust. According to the investigation by a private agency, there was actually a whistleblower from within Haribote restaurant. They gathered evidence, and with that, my grandmother was apparently furious and decided the contract couldn't continue. No way!
Why?
Completely cornered, Momoka and her parents turned their resentful stares toward Chisato.
Why should my plain old sister with her tiny bento shop get to be the lucky one? That's impossible!
You must have wormed your way into his good graces with some sneaky tricks.
That's gotta be it. I mean, I'm cuter one. There's no way a girl like her should be happy.
That's enough out of you. Food reflects the person who made it, especially with vegetables. I can tell exactly how they were prepared. The first time I ate Chisato's bento, I could feel how much care she puts into both the ingredients and her customers. Since I was little, I've grown up with Love Koi Farm's vegetables and loved my grandma's cooking. Grandma, this stew is so good! Maybe it's because you used the veggies you all worked so hard to grow?
That's part of it, sure. But cooking gets better when you treat the veggies with care and don't cut corners.
Isn't that hard though?
Maybe. But if it makes you and the others smile, that's what keeps me going.
That's how I grew to love vegetables. And before I knew it, trying out bento shops and restaurants that use delicious veggies became a hobby. Most of the food I enjoy uses produce from Love Koi Farm. But, ooh, what is this? It's so good and so warm. I was moved to tears by food from Scutto Bento, which had no connection to Love Koi Farm at the time. Chisato's cooking is full of kindness for the people she feeds. It's nothing like the food served at your restaurant. Parents who couldn't see that love, and a sister who takes joy in stealing her happiness. You're a perfect match, in a twisted kind of way.
What?
Ignoring their cries, I approached Ryuta Ichinose, who stood frozen in place. Yeah, you got dragged into this by her, sure, but going along with her and actually marrying her? That's just plain foolish. As far as I'm concerned, you're just as guilty for hurting Chisato. But since I'm not the one you hurt, I'll leave it up to her to decide what to do about you. I'm really sorry, Chisato.
You apologized that day when you broke off the engagement, and I accepted the compensation, so there's nothing more I want from you. But I can't trust you again. Don't think we can ever go back to what we had. From now on, let's just live our lives without ever being involved again.
Yeah, okay. After that, Haribote restaurant begged my grandmother to continue the contract. But it was no use. She cut ties with them completely. They started buying vegetables from another farm, but... don't you think this place's food's gotten kind of bad?
Probably because they can't use Love Koi Farm veggies anymore.
The food quality dropped, and customers stopped coming.
This is your fault, Momoka. If you hadn't tried to steal Chisato's fiancé.
Excuse me? You two were happy when I started dating Ryuta.
It's your lousy parenting that turned Momoka into the shameless brat.
Oh, please. You hardly even raised us. Don't act all high and mighty now.
Fights broke out more often, even during business hours, ruining the store's atmosphere. Eventually, they had to close the restaurant for good.
Wait, what do you mean divorce?
After seeing who you and your family really are, there's no way I can stay married to you. Switching from Chisato to you, I was an idiot through and through.
The restaurant's gone. I have nowhere else to go. I don't want a divorce.
After a messy divorce, Ryuta and Momoka officially split. Chisato's parents and sister, now with no one to rely on, live in miserable conditions.
Hey, look, it's that guy. He dumped the older sister for the younger one. Total scumbag. And the younger one's awful too. Guy clearly has no taste.
Ryuta didn't get off easy either. Because he invited coworkers to the wedding, word spread quickly at his company. But I guess this is what I get for hurting Chisato. He still shows up to work somehow, though it's like walking on pins and needles.
So, Chisato, how do you like our veggies?
Meanwhile, Chisato and I visited Lovekoi Farm.
They're amazing! Just imagine all the dishes I could make with them is exciting.
A few months ago, when I told Grandma about Chisato, she insisted I bring her by. And just recently, Scutto Bento and Lovekoi Farm entered into a contract.
So, Daichi, how do you feel about Chisato? You've clearly gone above and beyond for her, and you two seem really close.
Huh? Well,
Sure, it might have been hard to accept someone's feelings right after a broken engagement. But now, I think the timing might be just right.
With Grandma giving me that gentle nudge, I took a step toward Chisato. Chisato, I may have offered to pretend to be your boyfriend because of the farm connection. But honestly, it was more about not being able to stand seeing you get hurt. The first time I came to Scutto Bento, your food really touched me. And the more I came, the more I found myself falling for you. If you're not ready for a relationship yet, I'll wait as long as it takes. So please, would you consider being with me? For real? You can tell a lot about someone's heart from the quality of their produce or their cooking. That's why I want to keep learning to see people for who they really are, not just what's on the surface.
I think I can fall in love again. If it's with you, Sukahara. Sorry for making you wait so long. I'd love to be with you.
As we looked into each other's eyes, thinking of the days to come, I promised myself I'll never cut corners, so I could always bring out Chisato's best smile.